Good evening, Team Eagles, and welcome to tonight's Monday evening Zoom. We're so happy to see you all, and I know that a number of you will be listening to this and watching it after the event. I think most of you know by now, we are Mick and Jenny Daly, Presidential Marketing Directors in your support line. I asked Melinda whether she wanted me to just keep saying that, but she said, yes, please do. So especially if you have any new people, you will know who these crazy English-sounding people are. We live in the beautiful mountains of Colorado, where I want to say it's very, very hot at the moment, although we have friends arriving tomorrow from Austin, Texas, and they're coming to cool off. So those of you who are in Texas, our hearts go out to you. We've got a wonderful subject for you this evening because, as you know, customers are the lifeblood of our business. So, Melinda, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you so much. Yes, Jenny, we never get tired of hearing you tell us that you are our support line. I love that every single time. I appreciate the sincerity and all of the meaning behind that term that we hear from you. So we do have a great topic tonight. We've got several people that are going to give you lots of ideas. My goal is always that you leave the Zoom with actual steps that are going to help improve your business and your communication and everything that you do with all of us. So tonight, we're going to be talking about record keeping for your customers. And we've had a bit of a bumpy path these last almost year, but we are coming through that. And we just wanted to share some ideas for each of you. If you already have a system in place, yay you, keep using that system that is working great for you. But if you're brand new and you haven't yet figured out what do I do with all this information about my customers and where do I find it and how do I keep up with it? This is the Zoom for you. We're going to give you lots of options, electronic and paper. So I'm going to kick it off with a share screen. And I want to take you to the Team Eagles website. Mick has put this up for us years and years ago, all these years, and it is always the go-to because right here, Mick was so smart to put a search button on the website decades ago. So anytime I can't find anything, I'm always back over here at teamjp.net, thanking Mick Daly for giving me a search button. So one of the things that I have always done is started out with this customer profile. And I'm going to show you this. So if you go to the teamjp.net and just put in the search button, customer profile, you are going to be able to click right here. And this will be a great place, much easier than the hub. I will make a side note. Several things on the hub have been removed, and so the links are not all working right now, but Mick Daly's links are working. So you can go all the way through this. I'm not going to do all this tonight, but there is a lot of information and great steps for you to make sure that you know exactly what to do with these customers. The last thing that we want to do is sell them something and never touch base with them again. So I always start off with this customer profile. And so even when I'm talking to a prospect, I just print these pages off and I just sort of take my notes and write down things. I'm a paper pencil girl, so this is really super easy for me. I love it because it also gives me specific things as I'm checking back in to keep their focus on. A lot of times people will say, oh no, I really don't notice anything, but I want to keep on taking it. And if I just start mentioning some of these things, they will actually say, oh yeah, I actually am doing this. I'm doing that. And yeah, now that you mention it, I'm actually doing almost all of these. So it really helps you help them connect the dots. And then Mick has on here all the steps that you can go through. And then especially even exactly what to do when. We talked about this a few weeks back, but here it is all in writing. So I just print this page off. I take my notes as I'm talking to a prospect. I put them in my little prospect 3-ring notebook with an alphabet tab. And then as soon as they order, I move them over into my customer notebook. And that way, every single time I'm talking to them, I can remember things that we've talked about. So that is one option that you can use if you like things to be handwritten. And then let me see, I'm trying to watch my time. So we are going to look at several different handwritten things and then also several different electronic things. And so let me stop my share and see if Brianna's timing is good. Brianna, give me a thumbs up or a chat. I know she said about 10 minutes, so I'm trying to figure out if we've had 10 minutes.
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 2 paper and pencil tasks techniques and 2 electronic. Brianna is going to talk about one of the electronic options, and that is with Project Broadcast. So I've asked her just to tell you a few things about it. And then as you hear these different things, if you're new or if you're not new, but you don't have a system in place, please, please, please understand the importance of having some kind of system. So just listen to these different things and then reach out to your support line on whichever one resonates best with you. So over to you, Brianna, for Project Broadcast.
Yeah, so I like Project Broadcast similarly because as you just heard my mom talk about the different things with how you want to keep notes. Like I want to remember what their kid's name is. I want to remember what their kid's birthday is. I want to remember what they order. And as you've seen over the last year or two, there have been seasons where if you didn't have that written down, you wouldn't know that about your customer. And so this was something that I always did. I know that what I use is a paid system. And so if you are not in a season where your business isn't big enough or you're not willing to invest quite yet, then this may not be for you. But for me, it was worth it because I use it for my team as well as my customers. It allows me with Project Broadcast is what I use. It allows me to tag people so I can organize them if they're a local team, if they're a local customer, if they're a customer who orders just shakes, if they're a customer who orders just Tower Garden, whatever it is. So I can easily send a mass text out to all my shake people when I see a promotion, or I can easily send a text out to all my local people if I know we've got an in-person event right around the corner. But the other thing that I love about it is it gives me a profile for every person. So the questions that mom was just talking about that she asks, I have notes on each person, kind of like in an address book, like you would with a contact in your phone, right? You have where their number is, you can write their email, you can write any notes about them. Project Broadcast allows you to do the same thing. So I have a lot of notes written down. So as I'm texting them or as I'm on the phone with them, it's right there in front of me. So I don't ever forget something important with their order or with their family or whatever it is. And then the other thing that I really like is it's a separate number. So if you're like me and you have other businesses you do, or you just have a lot going on your phone, this is nice because then I know if it's a Project Broadcast text, it's work, right? So it helps me set some really good boundaries around, oh, I don't work after X time, or, if you're not in a season, that's something that's important to you. But like once I'm getting my little down for bed, it's important that I'm not on the phone texting a ton with work. And people get that as a mom, right? And so it allows me to separate my texts from are they personal or are they work, and especially if you're a friend of mine, because then I'm not scrolling through my already going text message thread with someone looking for where were we talking about the juice plus, oh there's a play date, oh there was something else we were talking about, right? It helps me separate it. So that's what I use. I love it. I know that if you are someone who's interested, ask your sponsor, because if someone has a Project Broadcast account, they have a referral link they can send you, and so it gets you a little bit off on your first month. So definitely talk to someone who uses Project Broadcast if you want to use it.
Thank you. And I will tell you that I have partnered with Brianna on that project broadcast, and it is a lifesaver as far as your team growing. A really quick way that all of you on our team just about 10 minutes ago got the reminder text. Anytime we want to send out something to everybody, Brianna has got me up to speed that I can almost do it by myself now. And immediately send out like the stories of hope to all my customers or any kind of thing. So it really is amazing. Brianna, help me with the price. I know we spend about $80 a month, but is that the only option?
No, we have one of the bigger packages, so it depends on how many messages you'll send per month. So if you send like 500 or less, I think it's like 20 or 30 bucks a month. Definitely worth it. And those are scheduled texts. So you can text as much as you want, but it charges your account by how many scheduled messages you want it to send.
Okay, perfect. So that can grow with your business, and you can start small if you're at the beginning, or you can use the paper and pencil ones for absolutely free.
Hey,
Okay,
Melinda, can I
yes,
say something?
yes,
One of the things when I'm on that Q call with Jason to try to help the Qs get motivated to the next step. And one
yes,
of the things that they say, if you want to move your business, you've got to be project, what do you call it? Broadcast.
right. And I will echo that, but I will not quite go that far. I think that there's enough of us on our team that we have all different formats. So Project Broadcast is something pushed by Juice Plus Corporate, and there's lots of benefits there. But we've also got a lot of people that use Team Z. You're going to hear about that in just a minute. And then the paper and pencil methods have worked for a lot of us as well. So the main thing is that you have a system, and that is absolutely a non-negotiable. You literally cannot build this business without some kind of system. So hopefully we're going to give you 4 different options tonight, and you'll be able to pick and choose the one that resonates most with you. Okay, so we're going to go back over to paper and pencil. I'm going to turn it over to Cecilia, and she's going to kick us off, and then just tell me when you want me to share those screens, Cecilia. Unmute first. Oh, wait, you're muted still.
Okay,
There we go.
we'll try this.
Okay.
It's still cutting out a lot. So if that continues, thumbs down, I'll turn off my video and we'll see if that's better. Who knows?
Okay.
So Melinda and I, we have our Grow Times monthly, and she just keeps me on track in wonderful ways. And when we were getting very creative with prospect ideas and customer care, our go-to is the back office, of course. And if you'll share that screen, it's constantly developing and improving. And just as we were navigating through there, many times we happen upon and share and find new features. Wow, didn't know that was there, you know. And so as I was gathering this little reference sheet, it helps me get the information I need. Um, you may want to do a reference guide like this. I don't know. But seeing that I needed to go to various stops to get that customer info, I'm a former user of Teamsy. I enjoyed it, but I found it most useful in front of my computer, which I was not at most of the time. So that made it a little more challenging for me personally. So looking at these different areas and going to these various stops to get the customer info, I just in the recent weeks just started a little system for customer contact. And Melinda asked that I share that with you. You, yes, may already have a system or none at all, and somewhere in the middle. And this is just a sample where you can check off the things that you're already doing, or you may want to recreate this for your needs. So first of all, I have all my prospects, contacts, affiliates, canceled customers all in my phone. And under company, I put what they are, their status, JP customer or active customer, JP canceled customer, JP prospect. So I can pull up JP and get the whole community if I need to. And then if you'll switch to the other look, Melinda,
This one,
let's see.
that is the card.
That's the reference sheet. That's the one I use for the reports. Because some things are
Sorry, Cecilia.
directly,
You switched it before she asked.
Oh,
okay, that's fine. The first one is a reference sheet for getting around back office for me.
okay.
And okay, this one now is the card. So I took 4x6 index cards with some key information. On the left side at the very top, I'm putting, you know, P for prospect, A for active customer, C for canceled customer. And then skip down to their last name, first name, and maybe a source tip. You know, if it's a prospect, you know, met them at the HEB produce, you know, whatever. So, and then I have underneath the name their ship dates. List their last ship date. This will start building, of course, and the upcoming ship date. If they have two types of shipments, two products being shipped, I'll put the other product shipment in the middle of the card. And then on the right side at the top, I have a paid in full, PIF for paid in full, or M if they're paying monthly. And then a line for each of their products. Superfood, I just, you know, abbreviate. Then the next line is where I designate FHS for family health study along with the child's name and birth date. Because many times you're talking with them and you're not remembering the child's name, and it's just easier. You kind of want to know how that child is doing. And then if they're coming up on changes to that order where a chewable is going to become a capsule. So those are helps. You can put other codes on this, whether it's the sample giveaway, you know, and what you gave away. You could put that on the right side, and on the back of the card, I put my notes, much like Melinda's doing the prospect profile, where you're putting in their health needs and concerns or what they're wanting to achieve by eating the Juice Plus. And, you know, my notes, whether I've texted, called, or left a voicemail for them to call me back, that kind of thing. So that's helpful. What the cards have allowed me to do is just to have that current profile, this person in front of me. And whether it's collectively, you know, all the cards or a few that's or, you know, my power hour. I can also, you know, pull them according to prospects or ship dates, notes with further action, whether it's my follow-up or waiting on them or whoever's part it is. If there's a special promotion, I can pull folks like they don't have with the family health study recently. I could pull customers that don't have that yet and re-ask them, do you have a child in your life that you would like to provide this for? You're eligible, etc. So you could add really anything to the card, and I can just clip it and throw it in my purse, and it's with me, whether it's a few cards or all of them, and I'm headed on vacation to the beach. So I did share this idea with customer service, and they were pretty excited. It would be great if they had a customer profile on the back office. I understand it would not have your personal notes, but it would have all that critical information on the actual product and the ship dates and those kinds of things. So I'd love to hear what y'all think. whether this is useful for you or maybe it just sparks an idea of data that you're already keeping or using. So thank you.
Perfect. All right. Okay, so one more option for you. I've asked Chris to talk about Teamsy because I know a lot of our teams use that. And so let me see, where are you, Chris? I'm going to turn that, there you are. I'm going to turn that over to you.
Thank you. I apologize. I had an allergic reaction to some incense the other night. So I'm still having lots of sinus drainage and kind of a little bit of coughing. But years ago I had done Teamsy and then I just kind of fell off using it because I wasn't staying consistent with it. But then when Jenny and Mick were here, I can't remember. Was that in January? I don't even remember. January or February. You guys came and we re-talked about that because Jenny, that's what she uses, and Teamsy's just an easy way for her to do that. And I thought, okay, I'll try it again. And so I've been a bit better with it, and I like that. I know it doesn't have an app, but I was able to put, if I can show on my phone. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, probably can't see that on my phone. Anyway, you can put you can add it to your home screen, just like a website link, a quick link. And so I can just click on that Teamsy button and I have it in a business folder. So it makes it a little bit easier to click on that. And then I can look at what are my follow-ups. And what's nice is you can, if I sent a text to somebody, a messenger, whatever, I can just click on that, hold it, copy and paste it into my notes so that I'm staying up to date with everything. And I also like that when you click on the notes section, I can, on the bottom of my my screen, you can actually just dictate something in there rather than sitting and trying to type on your phone. Because I know sometimes it's harder to kind of type on your phone versus typing on a computer. But it's kind of nice that you can just do a voice text in there and at least get some little note in there. So I'm still kind of dabbling with that. I haven't been super consistent with it, but I'm hoping to be better. I'm actually going to be going on vacation starting next week on the 21st, and I'm going to visit Melinda and Mark up in New Mexico. And this is going to be my first time not working full time as an OT and working on trying to dedicate full time to Juice Plus and Tower Garden and kind of see. So now I'm going to be, trying to get into a better situation with treating this more like a business versus it's my secondary income, and kind of see where that goes. So I'm kind of excited that, I guess to use Teamsy and to really see how utilizing all of that will benefit my business.
Okay, perfect. So we just wanted to present to you 4 different ways that you can keep up with your customers. The most important thing that we're hoping that you hear tonight is use some system. So it really is your preference. It's your franchise. All of us love what we do, but we want to be here to support you in finding a system that works well for you. It's super nice on most of the phones now as we're texting people, those texts are categorized by that person's name. So, when you're texting someone, you can see those messages. But like Brianna said, a lot of times you're texting them about a variety of different things. And then you've got to scroll all the way up to see what did I talk to them about their last order. So just a couple of wrap-up notes, and then we'll open it for Q&A. Y'all are terrible on Q&A, so I'm not leaving you much time for it. But We do have Dr. Brown on, and I want to give her just a couple of minutes because I am really, really excited about our Stories of Hope next week. I put out that invitation today, and she and I were talking about how do you invite people to this. So I asked her if she would share a little bit about what she is intending to share with us next Monday night, so you would be more motivated to invite more people.
Can you hear me?
Yes, gotcha. There you are.
You look at me, I got to see the hair up. And I told her earlier when she was asking for a picture, I'm like, you want an accurate one with like hay from the chicken coop and all of that? So anyway, I definitely want to share the boot camp stuff because I mean, not all of us get a chance to go to that. But Melinda was saying how she wanted the Stories of Hope. We normally invite other people that may not always already be part of Juice Plus world with us. So I'm definitely going to spend time talking about my story. I mean, it started 22, 23 years ago with Juice Plus as far as how I got into it, both as a doctor and a mom. So, I mean, for those of you who don't know, I raised 5 kids and we have gone through every kind of diet and picky eating thing I have had, from vegans to vegetarians to carnivores to meat eaters to allergic to, between all of them. I don't even know if I can remember them all. Thank God they don't have that anymore. But I mean, they've had dairy, peanuts, eggs, nitrates. So like no one of them couldn't even have like the meats, all the processed stuff for a while. Some were allergic to coloring. So it was crazy. When they go to my mom, she's like, which ones are allergic to what and who can I feed what? She was so scared that, you know, someone would have a reaction. I'm like, nobody's allergic to chicken, nobody's allergic to broccoli, and they all like pasta. So just stick with that. But anyway, as a mom, so my mom's story, my second daughter, who's about to get married now, had issues, and I was a breastfed mom, and I did everything organic, made their own stuff. I mean, I was already a doctor, so for some reason I thought everything's going to be perfect with all my children. No one's going to have a health issue. And when she did, I was like, what's going on and what's wrong? But long story short, she wasn't having normal bowel movements, and that's kind of almost unheard of with a breastfed baby, for them to be constipated. But it wasn't until I got on Juice Plus that she finally started having normal bowel movements and not bleeding. I mean, because yeah, it was bad. And then when she got a little older and I can give her the Juice Plus herself and it wasn't just through the breast milk, she completely, that issue was no longer, and she got better. The other thing, I mean, I was already a holistic crunchy mom or health nut. I don't know all the terms they use now with the new mamas. Maybe Bree can help me with that. But back when I was into all this, it was you're a health nut or a health freak. And then it was holistic, and I think now it's crunchy or clean, or I don't know what all the terms are. But I tried to feed my kids healthy. And then I had the picky eater stuff. I had some with texture issues. I had some with wouldn't eat anything that was green, or if there was a speck of anything in the food. And so that Crunchy Mom is the newest. Almond Mom. What? Okay, so you see, I am not up on all the my youngest is 13 now. So it really hurt my mom heart and my doctor brain to think that I am not feeding my kids. These are mine. What I'm telling my patients they need to be eating, which is this wide variety. We hear the 7 to 13, and I'm like, I can't even shove this stuff in them. I mean, when it was baby food, I could, because I'd mix it all up eventually. And I mean, I struggled as a doctor too with my parents when I would tell them if we could just get this in them and that in them. And, you know, they're telling me all the texture and the taste and the whatever. So Juice Plus was like what I call my easy button, that we get it in the back door, like to get 20 to 30 different. I mean, I don't know. I grow stuff. I love vegetables and fruits, but I do not get that much on a daily basis. I don't even think a weekly basis. So for me, for my patients and my kids, it has helped me so much with the mom guilt to know that I can feed them organic chicken tenders. Not that that's the best, but anyway, if that's what they want to eat, they can have organic chicken tenders all day, and at least they're getting 30 different fruits and vegetables in the back door with the Juice Plus. And so I don't feel as guilty about what they're eating or not eating. I still encourage to eat and do those things. So anyway, and then as a doctor, again, I'm a root cause doctor, holistic. So for me, I mean, I have access to all kind of supplements, and I do recommend other things when I do testing. We do functional testing, all different between blood, urine, saliva, whatever, hair analysis. But my foundational product for everyone is Juice Plus. I want them on that first because I just feel it saves them a lot of money because there's nothing else out there that has that much, y'all. Like that picture of the apple with the 400 of the 11,000 known nutrients. Like I love that picture, but every single fruit and vegetable has an array like that. And there's no vitamin supplement. I mean, I can grab something. I mean, it doesn't have thousands, 10,000s, 11,000s of things on it. So, I mean, there's really nothing else like this anywhere. So, I mean, I love the company. I mean, that too, I can talk about my business stuff. So I figured I'd just touch on that as a mom, what I do in my office, how it's helped me as a business. Cause just so you're a doctor doesn't mean you get a guaranteed check and you're paying all your bills. I've been the struggling mom. I've been divorced and single, you know, off and on more times than I care to remember. And the one thing I can say is my Juice Plus check has always been steady. So not as high as I'd like. I'm working on that, and that's why I said I got to go to the boot camp. I just got to go. I got to get back in gear and treat this like a business and not just a little side thing. So anyway, and I can't wait boot camp and see what Kurt and everybody else gives us there. So I will definitely bring that back.
We are so excited, and I appreciate you taking some time, Dr. Brown, to just inform us so that we can better invite all throughout this week. Now you have all heard what a phenomenal Stories of Hope we're going to have a week from tonight. So get on the phone and share this information. I tried to put a lot of the information on the graphic, but it can't replace a conversation that you're going to have with all these people, excitedly telling them, oh my gosh, I just want you to take a look. And remember, the whole world is not in our bubble. Like the whole world is hurting. And we are so lucky to be in this community with this kind of nutrition and this kind of friend relationships. And that's what we want to share. Like Brianna was saying last week, you know, just share the hope, share the excitement, you know, share what we have. And so we're hoping by letting you know tonight what's coming up next week, that you will really take some time to use your, don't use your thumbs, like Kurt says, use your tongue and talk to people about what you just heard Dr. Brown saying, and just invite them. Say, I just want you to take a look. I say that to people all the time. When we look at businesses, we don't just buy. No, we do some research. We look into it, try to figure out, you know, how long have they been in business? What kind of people are they? What are their core principles? All those things. And so when I have someone that's looking or thinking about the Juice Plus business, that's what I'm telling them. Get on with us Monday night, any Monday night. It doesn't matter, but especially next Monday night with Dr. Brown. So just get a glimpse, kind of see what we're about, see our people, see each other, see if it's a good fit for you. And it may or may not be. I had someone today say, you know what, the timing is just not right. Now, honestly, she's just been flooded out of her house in Ruidoso, and the timing probably is not just right. But when she's ready, we are here. And that's what I told her. We just have this amazing community that we want to share a glimpse of. And so every month, that's what we're trying to do with these Stories of Hope.
Hey, Melinda, can
Yes.
on Thursday night, I'm doing a talk. You're only as healthy as your liver with Dr. Fred. A
You're
Zoom
on
call.
my list. Yes, you're on my
Okay.
list. Yes. So be sure, and I posted that invitation Thursday night. You're only as healthy as your liver. Cheryl is going to be talking about that. And then also corporate is doing, remember the monthly rhythm that we've got. First Tuesday is our kickoff Zoom for all of our partners. And then the following Thursday is a product Zoom, which was last week. It was phenomenal. Mick has already posted the recording. If you've not seen that, be sure and get on that. And then the following Thursday, which is this Thursday, is the Zoom that they will be offering all of the partner information. It's really quite a well thought out plan. First week, kick it off, tell us everything that's new and amazing. Next week, let us invite for product information. And then the third week, the third Thursday, bring in people that saw that product stuff that have an interest in the business. Now you can just say, okay, next week on Thursday, we're going to have another Zoom. Would you like to come by? We can watch it together. Or if you're in a different state, you can log in separately. So plug into the rhythm. As Cecilia mentioned, we do these grow times. Kurt suggests the first week and the third week. Make sure you're touching base with your support. As Jenny says, your support line, because this franchise is yours and you need to plan it out. You've heard that several times tonight, getting back in the groove, building it like a business. And number one, taking care of the relationships that we have with our customers. Those are the references, the referrals. And it's honestly the part that just floats our boat as we hear improved blood work, improved symptoms, all the things that we know we can help with. So thank you for either catching the recording, we went a little bit over, or joining us live, but we'll stay around for Q&A after Mick turns off the recording.